Good morning. How are we going, people? How are we going? So, coming live from Melbourne, as you can see, it is it is pretty cold. So, hopefully everyone is rocking and rolling. You know, I always say start your week on the Sunday so you can get it rock and rolling, because sometimes Monday everyone gets conditioned and they're behind the 8 ball. So, just sending you massive love. My voice, my energy is absolutely peaking, but my voice is a little bit husky because we had a absolutely incredible 2-day workshop. The reason why I only call it a workshop, because you know you can't put any words to it. There are only 2 words that people can obviously symbolize to it, and you know, I say 2-day identity recreation. You know, obviously it's called the identity experience, and it was absolutely incredible. You know, as you raise your vibration, you know, people raise their own vibration, and it was fantastic to see people stand in their truth. It was fantastic to see people just be honest with themselves and say, you know what, let's all handle it. Let's just drop the personal bullshit and let's change our lives. And to shift people from just talking about everything that they don't want, everything that's been going wrong, to for people to step into that power and connect with everything that they desire. You know, it's not really a hard thing, but people are so conditioned to talk the past, and this person and that person and that person. Hey, that's what you don't want anymore, so why are you talking about it? But until you change the hardware, until you change a person's programming, then things start to get sexy. So, you know, the 20 people that attended, it was fantastic. Obviously, some people couldn't come on the Sunday because of things happening with their kids, but, you know, that doesn't matter. Everyone gets added into the family. But it was just a real honor just to see everyone stand into their power and go, okay, you know what? Life is short. We don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow. Let's buckle this up and let's open our hearts and let's open our minds and let's get things rocking and rolling. You know, I want to say a massive thank you to obviously my beautiful partner, Jaboa. You know, Matty G, from leaving his big business, his security business, leaving his kids in Perth, flying over. You know, Fida as well, leaving her 5 children to come over to support. The same as, you know, Ryan, my boy, is always there. And everyone else that basically wanted to come, not basically, but wanted to come to change their lives. Just the, you know, the information that they brought and their life experience. It was, you know, it was an amazing workshop, and just to see the results in 2 days. Yeah, I'm truly honored to be, you know, to be a part of that and to be able to lead that, because the thing is that really hurts me, that you see people that are in so much pain, but they remain the same, yeah? And they want to talk about it, they want to bitch about it, they want to complain, oh, you know, my life's this, and I'm struggling, and I want that, and I want that. But you see these people a month later, and they're still in the same position. You see them 3 months later, even worse. 6 months later, and forget about it. Yeah, they're completely knocked off path. And it's really sad, but this is a truth. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a few people that are listening to this that can relate to it. You know, you just exist with no real growth expansion. And look, keep doing what you're doing and see how that takes you, yeah? So, people, the thing is, what I want to teach you about today is I had a phone call with one of my coaches this morning, and you know, my brain and the energy in that, you know, it's still the integration, everything's going on. I'm still spiritually stoned because it was a massive day. Like, I had 4 days of filming for my reality TV show, you know, and they were 15-hour days, and then we had these 2 massive weekends, which is obviously we were filming that for the video plus behind the scenes. So why this live stream is going to be so important for you and where people are missing out is that knowledge is potential growth, okay? And why I say knowledge is potential growth, it is because it's the next step where the majority of the human race are failing. And this is the separation why there's only 1% of the population that are successful. And I want you to, and this is, you know, I really want, if I could, I want to get on stage in front of 5,000 people, because if I taught 5,000 people this, you're going to at least have 2,000 people that are going to do something about it. And that is a massive, you know, that is a massive critical change. So there's knowledge everywhere, yeah? Hey, Jace, how are you, man? So what I really want to talk to people about regarding knowledge and regarding what's out there is understanding that you can watch this live stream, you can read a book, you can, you know, you can study, you can do this, you can do that. But where people are failing, because they have been failing, is they continue to apply the knowledge at their rate at their energy, or the application of information is nowhere near it needs to be for them to achieve their desired outcome or to have the emotion to feel fulfilled in the activity. I'm sure you understand that. And that was me for so many years. Yeah, I call it the poor man's education, because I was believing in myself, and I was taking a little bit of this and taking a little bit of that and putting band-aids over this and putting band-aids over that. But when life comes and really rocks you up, I was nowhere prepared to be able to grow. Yeah, and again, that's why knowledge is potential growth, because what I see, and I'll be honest with you, there's people that have come through my programs, my retreats, my one-on-ones and everything, but you can't hold a gun to their head or put them on string and say, well, you need to do this, you need to apply yourself. It's the application of information that sets you free. And unfortunately, this is something, I was going to say I haven't worked it out, I have, that why do people continue to apply information at their uneducated, non-expert rate and keep doing things as they believe that they haven't been getting the results? Because if you don't have the results, how are you going to get it next time? You be around people that can lead you. You be around people that have been there and done it. You be around someone that has got life experience, that has got the results. That is a good start, yeah? And I just don't understand why people keep continuing to apply information at a rate where it doesn't save them. So what I want to give you an understanding of next, yeah, is that you need to really bring a lot of awareness and understanding to where your focus is going, and what language are you speaking, or what you are actually focusing on talking about. Because if you spend 1 second talking about the past or something that you do not want, you are manifesting that in that 1 second into your reality. Yep, believe it or not. So some people spend days, some people spend years talking about someone that they don't want, or someone that they dislike, or something that they don't want. And I find it really crazy, because the thing is, you can read a book, fantastic. You can go to a seminar, fantastic. You can go and bring in information, but where people are failing, and it's 97.4%, and I read that in an article today, is people aren't applying themselves nowhere near, or they will have a burst, they will stop. They will do something, then they fall away. And the reason why, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have an out forward trajectory, your focus will get overwhelmed, and you will focus on everything that can go wrong. Instead of having a plan, instead of being organized, instead of knowing how you're going to get there and connect with that every day, that you know where you're going, you know why you want to get there, that's when things get sexy. So the reason why I say this as well, because everything that I go through, all my years and my growth, it's all trial and error through myself, that I know where I've gone wrong, yeah, and I'll put my hand up. I'm not going to go, well, hold on a minute, and I'm perfect, and nothing's going to change, and hold on a second, and I am 100% always on ball, and I do everything perfect. That's a load of shit. So the thing is, what you need to understand as well, knowledge is potential growth, but the mastering of application of knowledge and information will set you free. Simple. So the better you get at being a master of, and this guy's just going to pull out. Yep. Cool. And people you got to laugh at. You just have to, let's just pull out. Lucky I can read minds and no blinker. So, all right, we are back. That was pretty crazy. We just had a huge lightning bolt. I'm just in Chapel Street in Melbourne, and it's raining, and a huge lightning bolt just went over my head, and I think it hit the tram lines, and my video went off. So that's what it's about. Oh, my master's on, as he likes to say, my very good friend Master Jay. So that was absolutely fantastic. Obviously a thing that if you weren't at the workshop on the weekend, my very good friend Master Jay and his beautiful wife and child, they come, and obviously he was sharing his gifts, which was absolutely freaky, because he was so accurate because people were talking about where they've been going wrong, what was going, what was basically where they were struggling. And Master Jay was absolutely spot on, where obviously he can see the energy grids, he can see the meridians, the blockages. So people, if you want to get an alignment, if you want to be able to find things out about yourself that you haven't, go and see Master Jay. If you want the details, or type in Master, obviously Master, J-E-I, or say J-I-E, sorry, and go and speak to his beautiful wife, because Master speaks a little bit of English, but his wife Fiona will elaborate. So a thing which I'm really finding is starting to really ramp up my success and really ramping up the success of others and people around me is finding the efficient method of being able to apply information, because there is information everywhere. There are resources everywhere. The only reason why people struggle is because they do not have a resourceful mindset. Yeah, they get caught up in, okay, I need to be like this person, I want to be like that person, this person says this. But one thing I want to tell you what the secret is: if you are not connecting with who you are, if you aren't the identity of who you are or being who you need to be, you will lose yourself to an identity that doesn't serve you. What that means is that people will say, well, you need to be this, you need to look like that, you need to speak like this, you need to do that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, most likely in a job. Yeah, you get told what to eat, where to stand, or what to do, when to go to the toilet, when to go home, and you lose part of your freedom. So a lot of people that are getting coached by so-called coaches, you lose your identity and your power, that you lose what really means or what your values and beliefs are, because they teach you to say, well, you know what actually is important to you doesn't matter. What's important to me matters. That's rubbish. That is absolutely rubbish, because if you lose who you are and what actually fills you up, how are you going to perform at anything but average? Because every human is going to retaliate or reply or relate to information, energy, people in a completely different way. So you need to teach at a sub level, I'm just going to park the car here, at a sub level understanding and at a universal law that everyone can still stay their identity, still keep their values, still keep their own beliefs, but at the same time you're growing, you're manifesting, and you're moving forward. So that is the key right there. Just give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to pull in. It needs to come down to a recommendation. It needs to come down to, okay, so this is the way I teach, and you never force any beliefs onto anyone. You never force any religious aspects or spiritual aspects. It's all guidance and recommendations from results that I have already obtained, and results that are all growing as we speak. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna want to find a park here somewhere, so then we can have a little bit of a live session, and we'll park over here. Beautiful. So what I want to teach you, which has been a huge secret for me and huge secret for a lot of my clients. Let me park the car, give me 2 seconds. It is live, so there you go. You guys get to see me park a car. So what has been a game changer is the way I park. No, only joking. What has been a game changer in a lot of success in what we're doing and how we are helping others and how we're giving people that the confidence to be who they are, more importantly, that growth aspect of being able to move forward. So what I really want people to start to understand is this, that in life, you'll have experience that no one else has got, yeah? Natasha goes, love this. I know that I'm not perfect, but willing to grow and evolve and be a better version of myself. The timing hasn't been great for me, moving, etc. However, I will settle, then it's time. Awesome. And that's, I respect that as well, because, and the only thing I will say to that, and this is just to let people know, that when you say the time isn't right, that is something that I can't lie to you and say that I accept, because if everything was taken from you, Natasha, if your kids were gone, your house was gone, would you say, hold on a minute, it's not the right time? You'd be forced, and it will be the right time, yeah? You'll be forced to change. You don't want to put yourself in that perspective. So what I will just say to that, I respect what you're saying, but how I want to keep people safe is you do not want to be motivated when shit hits the fan. You don't want to be motivated when you've gone and lost your temper, hit someone, knocked them out, put them into, they've hit their head, they've died, and you got 25 years like it happened to someone on the weekend again. So obviously in Melbourne, not where the workshop was, and I got a phone call from a friend. And you need to understand that, okay, oh my God, I should have done this, I should have grown, because if you start today, tomorrow you're ahead. Yeah, but if you start 1 month, you're 1 month behind. You know what I mean? So that's what you need to understand, where people fail. Because what I want you all to listen to, yeah, exactly, Sandy, and that is absolutely huge. I said to Maddie, congratulations to you as well, you know, participating in Maddie's program. And, you know, that's going to be fantastic. That's a huge, big growth for you and a huge, big growth for Maddie. So a double celebration right there. So this is the thing. Fuck what they say and fuck how you think you should be. Yeah, look, I'm going to take that as a 50-50 as well, because at the end of the day, you know, there's people that actually probably have things that we want to listen to, and people that are actually going to grow us. But if I say to my coaches, fuck what they say and fuck what they think we should be, then you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't be where I am today. But the people, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't even write that message to people that don't understand where I'm going or don't serve my growth. I wouldn't even give them that time of day. Yeah, so just you know, even putting a post up or something, you're already putting that ripple effect that these people are affecting you. So this is what I want to tell people. Why would you make a decision to start growing or not on no expertise? Yeah, because of your own self. But then you have experts that have got success in all areas, that have got balance, have got harmony, have got happiness, and you are going to say, well, you know what, I'm going to tell you this, then I'm going to talk to you about that. You know, I'm going to stop. So why would you do that? Why would you keep doing something? You do not have the life experience. You don't have the results. All you have is your opinion and your ego that is giving you that heartache, it's giving you that struggle. Let's be honest now. Yeah, and this was me 7 years ago. So why would people like to push back? Why would people like to say, well, you know, let's do this, let's do that, I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to talk to the experts, just giving me something, but I'm not going to rock up. The experts just giving me something, and I'm not going to take that on. You really need to drop your ego, stop the talking, and actually say, hold on a minute. That's not a good point. That is the fucking truth. I need to do something about it. Yeah, it's not a point. I'm not wanting to get my point across. I'm telling you that's just it. So why would you, this is at the end of the day, because you say, well, I don't want that result. Keep yourself in your comfort zone. Well, how does that person know me? Keep yourself in your comfort zone. Oh, you don't know what I've gone through. Yeah. So people, that is ego. And I've said it all, I've been the worst student, the best student, the worst student, the best student, you know, and now I'm in between. I could still be a little shit. So what I want to tell you something is, then why would you keep doing anything and you do not have the results, you don't have the time, you don't have the experience, and more importantly, you just don't have the knowledge, and you're making decisions that aren't serving you? Think about that, okay? So this is the thing, what happens, because people will say, I don't have money, I don't have time, I'm not ready. I'm going to tell you something, and I want you all, and this is with love, yeah, and it is. That's bullshit. The reason why it's bullshit, because when you are forced, your back is up against the wall, when your kids are taken from you, or you're diagnosed with an illness, or that something has happened, the rest of it, you will be forced to change. You will be forced to stop smoking. You will be forced to say, you know what, I need to fucking stop being this person. You will be forced to lose weight. You will be forced to create income. You will be forced to change. So this is the thing that you need to remember. That the reason why people will get caught up, because they will get their ego, let their ego go in and keep them front on. Hold on a minute. What that person is saying, I'm going to look at all the negative, and that's not me. And who cares what this person say? But really, your true identity is saying, fuck, you know what? This makes sense. This makes sense. And that was with me, because when I was full of insecurities, when I was full of anger, when I was full of bad energy, when I was full of all this animosity and pushback at the world, that I was always wanted to fight back and be proactive, I was looking at all the problems and all the negatives in everything what people were saying. Yeah, and the knowledge wasn't potential growth, because I was shutting it down like most of you guys are, and you are still in the same position. Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I don't care if you agree or not. What I care about is you just getting on and being the best version of yourself. And I'm going to say that again. I do not care if you agree or not. What I want you to do is be the best version of you. This is not an argument. This is not a debate. What I'm going to tell you is, I've got the results, I'm getting the results, and we're transforming millions of lives, and what your opinion is, I do not care about, because it isn't serving you. But if you said, I want to be the best version of me, I'm going to be the best mother, father for my children, I'm going to go on and rule the world, then I want to listen, because that's going to serve you. All that quack, quack, Donald Duck, and the rest of that, I don't care about. Because guess what? If you have a gun to your head, like most of you have at the moment, and it's called an opinion, bullshit, and you've got it to your head, and each time you talk about the past, boom, you're clicking it. Every time you're wasting time, you're clicking it. Every time you talk about that partner that doesn't serve you, you're clicking it. You are shooting yourself in the fucking head. And what I care about is that I want you to remove that gun, fucking throw it away, and just get on with life, because that's exactly what you're doing. And if you know about the energy, about the mindset of how it deep down works, about neuroplasticity, about the fucking hard wiring, every time you complain, every time you bitch, every time you even look a little bit towards the past, focus, think, even whatever you want to call it, you are putting yourself so much behind the 8 ball. Yes, you can focus on it to find a solution, fantastic, then stay in that solution. But most people are going, well, I don't this, and they're arguing. But how can you say that? Seriously, how can people say that? Because my coach says to me, even now, I want to ask you something, Lou, and I already know the answer to this, but I want you to entertain me. Why are you having any opinion about this that you don't even have that? I have 30 years on you. I have the experience, and I've got the results you desire. So why are you opening your mouth and even questioning it? And you know what I said? Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth, because it's my ego. It's me saying, well, you know what? I'm so used to arguing, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really say that, yeah, because that's what people come from. And I just said, well, you've got a great point. You've got a great point. And then he goes, all right, work it out. And then I worked it out, and I said, that's just stupid. We are so conditioned always to break something down. We're conditioned to look at the negative. We are all conditioned to, when someone's up there, to talk to the person next to us and be distracted. You know what? We are conditioned to fail. We are conditioned to fail. That when we are paid money for something, when we have invested in something, let's find something wrong with it. Guess what? You will find something wrong with it. What else can go wrong? Hey, let's find something wrong about this person. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm part of a Tony Robbins, really high-end group. And there was a discussion, and one of the things, the videos that Tony Robbins put up was that if you say to yourself, oh, why does this always happen to me? You know, I just can't grow, and this shit always happens to me, and, oh, you know, life is so fucking hard and I'm cursed. Guess what? Your mind will go and find a realization and a memory when that's happened. And you'll go, see, oh, that's the truth, and you'll believe it. Well, what about this? One of my friends, or a really good friend and a coach that was at the workshop on the weekend, she says, what about flipping this? Why am I so successful? Why do I have the body of my dreams? Why have I got so much abundance? Why, I am a great coach. Why do things flow easy and effortless to me? A why is a good why. It's not a why questioning that why, but why does everything I put my mind to, be brought in front of me? And that's fantastic, because when you say why, you're opening up another paradigm of all these positivities. You're opening up another paradigm of boom, 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 boom. And it's actually fantastic, because the amazing thing about that is instead of you focusing on arguing or pushing back and I don't have time and this and that and all these stupid slogans. And you know what? When people do that, and the uneducated friends will go, well done, sister, well done, brother, high fives. You tell them, well, what results do they have? Where are they going? So they feed your significance, and then you go, yes, I'm doing the right thing. Yep, I'm doing the right thing. I'm listening to Broke Uncle Bob about finance. I'm listening to, fucking Psychopath Martha about mindset. I'm listening to blah, 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 overweight friggin' whoever about health and fitness. Fantastic. Listen to non-experts. See how that keeps treating you, yeah? And that was me. That I kept listening to around people that fed my significance, that made me to feel, oh, okay, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. They made me feel good for 1 minute, and then I realized, hold on a minute. These people don't have the results. They're just telling me what I want to hear, but why am I doing that? Why am I such a low vibration? Why aren't I getting the results I desire? Why? It's simple. It's their environment. Listen to the people that you're getting advice from, because I want to say this to you again. the time is already too late. The time is already too late. I've spoken to a lot of yous already, yeah? And you have missed the boat. You have missed the boat to your growth. And I'll tell you why. Because the time, even if we spoke a week ago, even if it's not with me, even if it's with someone else, but even with your growth, that you have missed the boat. And the reason why you've missed the boat, because if you even jeopardize one day of your growth, like you already have, you jeopardize weeks, months, that is going to be a week, a month of hardness that you have to push yourself through. And if you stay in this toxic, weakened mindset, that is a week that you have to go through. That's another month that you have to go through. And with that mindset, you're not going to get through. Yeah, you're all good at making excuses. You're all good at this and the rest of that. What I'm going to say is you've missed the boat. So when someone sends you a message and just say, hey, we're ready to go, let's do this, and you read it, and you don't even give an explanation to, well, hey, how you going? I've read your message. I'm in this position. When you don't do that, what you're showing to yourself is that you do not want to grow. You can fucking scream and do whatever. And what you show to the expert is that you do not respect yourself and you do not respect this opportunity. That is why relationships, that is why your world around you is starting to crumble. Simple. And that is the fact that if you can't lead yourself or have respect in a simple interaction with another human being and say to them, well, I'm here, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm going to go, and let's get to a path. If you can't do that, and if someone is coming to you and saying, hey, we need to go, we need to rock and roll, the bus is moving, we need to catch it. Do you know what I mean? The bus is gone. You've missed your opportunity. Yeah? And what I say to you, I really hope you do something that is going to change it. It's going to get you out of this whirlwind, because with your model of the world, the pain isn't there, so you think you're going okay. But what happens is, if the world comes to give you another challenge, you aren't going to be prepared for it. You're going to be knocked down on your knees, and most likely you're not going to be able to get up, because you aren't training to fight easy. You aren't training to be the best version of you. Hey, Catherine, how are you, sister? Hope you had a great function on the weekend. You aren't doing enough to be able to, when the challenges get up, to be able to do something about that. You aren't. And it's simple, yeah? Are you agreeing with this, everyone? Let me know. If you're not, give me some feedback here instead of me talking to the screen for the next 40 minutes. Give me some, if anyone's got any questions you want me to elaborate, because this is exactly how I've been led. This is exactly how, my coaches, my mentor, people that I've been modeling have exactly led me the exact same way. Because the thing is, you want this result, but you take shortcuts and you keep doing things at the identity and the energy that doesn't serve you. Yeah? Why? It is crazy. I don't know. Wouldn't you want the path to least resistance? Wouldn't you want the results now? Wouldn't you want to get out of the pain? Guess what? What I want to tell you, this might be, thank you guys for the feedback, this might be a huge awakening for you. You are so familiar with the pain, you are so familiar with the conflict, you are so familiar with the drama that you are actually addicted to it. That's why you aren't doing everything in your will to get yourself out of it, because there's a part of you that doesn't want to leave that. There's a part of you that there is a familiar connection to. There is a part of you that has an addiction to bullshit, to toxic people, to drama, to fucking abuse, to aggression. You know why? You know how I know this? Because the people that I've spoken to have just spoken exactly about that. Yeah? This is not an opinion. Did that happen? Yes. So, and the reason why I say that has been me. 7 years ago, so for 30 years, off and on, I won't say all the time, because there's parts of my life when I was younger, I absolutely excelled in being an athlete, done quite, I wouldn't say great at school, but there was times with that. So what you need to understand is that you really need to be able to be, what lessons lived and lessons learned. Yeah, look, hopefully people can live the lessons learned. It's like, it's lived, but how are you moving to where you want to go? Because guess what? If life gives you a massive challenge, if life comes in at you again, you aren't going to be prepared for it. You won't. And that's simple. You can't pull money out of thin air. Help me on that one. So not everything needs money. Yeah, not everything needs money. And to be honest with you, Kelly, to give you an understanding, I gave you an opportunity to come to the workshop for free. Yeah, and that would have changed your life. So to be honest with you, to go and say that you need to go and watch a comedian, that just tells me you don't want to fucking change. That you're getting, someone says to you, well, you know what, Kelly, you've been showing up all the time. I know you're struggling. I know that you need help. So I am going to give you an opportunity. And every excuse under the sun came up. I have to go and see Carl Barron. I have to go and see this. I have to do that. Well, I'm saying this to you with love. And if you don't like the sound of it, then get off the live stream, unblock me, because I don't sit here and I tell people the truth. Because if you want to keep wasting your life, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. If you want to keep doing that, it's simply up to you. And when I message somebody and I give someone an opportunity and the rest of that, and you don't get back to me about that and say, well, I'm going to do that, keep doing what you want to do. But what I hope you get help from somewhere, because you need it. Yeah. And that's a simple truth. And that is me saying it from my heart, because I am sick and tired of going around the bushes. I'm sick and tired of going, giving time to people. And if you don't want to change, guess what's going to happen? And it's the truth, that life will either affect you in a massive way that you'll get knocked down on your ass, or you will get knocked down again and you will either go, oh my God, go to hospital, take antidepressants, fucking go and do something crazy to the person, not being the person that anywhere near you. If you have kids, you're far from the person your kids need you to be. So you need to all wake up. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. You have the knowledge is your potential growth, but you are not doing anything with the knowledge. It's simple. If you want to keep aiming at the wall, keep doing what you're doing. If you want resistance, and that's what it is. Comes down to an understanding when you need to drop your egos, because that doesn't help anyone. It's not helping the children. It's not helping you. It's not helping people around you. So what you need to do is you need to be an understanding. Yeah, well, because it's the truth, and you need to seriously drop your ego and get on with life, because enough is enough. Enough is enough. You need to get on with it, because do you have the results? No. What you do is you have your opinion. All right, we are back. It's quite dark, isn't it? So I'm just in. So why I want to lead like this is because there have been very similar cases where life has gotten too hard. And on the weekend, I got 2 emails that 2 people that had very similar cases have committed suicide. So you know what? We can sit here and we can tell you what you want to hear, but you're not going to get that out of me. Or we can get on with it and we can start changing lives by doing what we need to do to get the result. Yeah? We can do what we can do to get the result. I am a big giver. I will give to people and say, hey, here's an opportunity to change your life. And people close the door and choose to do something that will not even touch the top of giving them some sort of value. Yeah. If you want to keep still doing that, if you think something else like going to a comedy show is important, then that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep showing up. I'll keep giving, but to a point when, you know what I'm saying, people, if you don't want to change, you can lead a human to information, but you can't make them think. And what I will say to you, what you are doing is creating pain, or have you got the results? Are you fulfilled? No. I don't have the results, what I want still, and I don't have the fulfillment. I have some results and I have a bit of fulfillment, but guess what? So what do? Do I just stop? Do I sit there and just want to be proactive? Do I waste people's time? No, what I do is I will go and speak to people that have what I desire. I will go and find people that truly want to help me grow. And then I will be